And oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. Here's the inside of the IMA, Inertial Motor Assist. I believe that's what it stands for. And I believe this is the inverter possibly over here. And the battery inside of here. The blower. Looks pretty fancy, huh? Okay. And so there's where your IMA battery is, and of course we've turned off the circuit breaker here so we don't get electrocuted. Okay. Okay, so I guess the first thing we'll do is make sure that the voltage on the bus bar here is basically off. So we'll take a look there. It looks like it's only about 1.420 volts, so that's not going to kill anybody. And so it looks like we might be safe to proceed. Okay. So I guess we'll remove these styrofoam things. Okay, there's one. And then there's the other one. Okay. Okay. And so I guess the next thing we have to do is remove this bus bar in the front and the back, this suspension bar. Get a 10mm, and that breaks away. Okay. So 2 10mm screws there. And removing this thing. Okay, feels like it's aluminum. Okay. Okay. Now we have to take off this front brace up here. And I'm going to do it this way because I don't see righty-tighty. Do Lucy, right? I got the thing backwards. Okay. There we go. That one loosened up. And it looks like there's another bolt under this harness thing. It's a little bit difficult to get to, but isn't working on cars fun? Oh my god. If I lift up the harness a little bit, I can break it free. Get the ratchet over it. Okay, there. And okay, I think it's loose. We can pull it out. We can undo it. Be careful not to drop that down there, because nothing like dropping bolts into a battery. Okay, there's one. Two, and oh, this thing is tie wrapped on here. Probably gonna have to cut that tie wrap or something. Oh, it's got 2 tie wraps attached to it. Well, it looks like maybe they can be released with a screwdriver, so we'll try doing that. Try to get that bar out of there. Okay. So we made sure that there's no high voltage on these guys, so these are the leads that connect the battery to the inverter here. Okay, for the power controller. Let's take these things off. Wow, okay, that one broke free. Now, when working with high voltage, it's very dangerous, it can kill you. You want to be very careful, and one of the things my advisor taught me in school is you always just use one hand, because if you let the voltage the current go through your heart, if it goes in one hand and out the other, then it will kill you. It'll stop your heart. And so if you only work with one hand when you're working with high voltage, keep the other hand away from grounds or anything else, then hopefully that might just save you from getting killed. This is a very dangerous thing. Okay, these are removed, and there shouldn't actually be any voltage on this side, right? Because this is the receiving side, and this is the side that's got the voltage. So these guys should be safe. Okay, let's get this stuff out of here. Okay, so let's try to take off some of these cables now. These plugs here. I found this plug, there's a little latch here you have to kind of push out, so getting a screwdriver there and trying to pull that out while you release that latch. This one seems to be fairly difficult. We'll try to get that one out. And then there's a few other ones we need to take out before we can remove the battery. Okay, so I found the key. So I had to take a big pair of vice grips, stick the screwdriver down there to hold that latch down, and just grab onto this and pull really hard, and that gave me some leverage to pull on that plug. So then I was able to unplug that guy, get that plug out of the way. Okay, on to the next ones. Okay, and here's some more plugs up here at the top that have to be undone. Just gotta push in on this little... Okay, there's a bunch of clips up here you have to undo. Just gotta push in on this little tab thing, then you can pull them out. Here's another one. Don't pull too hard on the wires because you don't want to pull the wires out. And here's another one. Oh my God, come on. Okay, let's get at this from a different angle maybe. Okay, this one I just had to push in really hard on that with the screwdriver there, and then it just pulled out as well. Okay, we got a bunch of more things over here. Need to undo, it looks like. Oh, gosh. Oh, these things come out. Okay, so here's some more plug-ins on the back of the battery. Okay, it looks like there's a little tab conveniently located on the underhand side. If you press that in, looks like you can pull these things out. Oh pressing really hard though. Get that thing to unlatch. Okay, 2. Oh my God. 3. And get under there for this one again. See if you can see that. Get my finger under there and push it really hard. And then I like a little persuasion with the screwdriver. And got the 4th one out. And looks like there's another little clip over here off to the side. And it's also got a little tab thing you can press in and hopefully pull it out. There we go. Okay. And then we have a couple more on this guy over here. Oh, it's so hard to push those in. Oh, there's the harnesses are in the way. Try this again. I'll push it with a little pinky and try to persuade it out with the screwdriver. Oh my God, this is so difficult. Okay. Gotta keep that little tab pressed up. Okay, there we go. That one's out. And just this one. I get my finger up under it. Okay. There we go. They're both out. Oh my gosh, I feel like I accomplished something amazing. Okay. So there we go. All the plugs are unplugged from these units here. And I guess we're ready for the next step. Try to remove the battery. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is unbolt the battery bolts which hold it in. There's at least 3, possibly 4 of them. I can see one here, there's one over in the other corner. And we have here a socket with an socket wrench with an extender. And this is a 12mm. So put that on there and break it free. Okay, there's one. And let's take a look. There's another one. I think you can see it over there. There's this sharp metal thing here. And then there's a couple more up in the front. There's a couple more up in the front of the battery. So we'll try to get the camera out on that side and take a look in there. Okay, here we are inside the cockpit. And if we look down here, and move this bar out of the way a little bit. There's another screw on the front of the battery. So we can also get to that with a 12-inch ratchet. And, okay, loosen that guy up. Okay. And we'll get this guy out of here. It needs to be loosened up a little bit more. Okay, in my car, it looks like this final bolt here that holds this bracket thing on is kind of come loose on the inside. No matter how much I turn it, it just spins around on the inside and it won't let it loose. And so I can't take that apart. I don't know if you can see, but I've taken this little, where the speaker insert used to be, and there's the final bolt for the battery down there. I think you can probably get to it by coming in from the top. I can kind of see it down there between this air vent thing. I think I might take this screw off over here so I can loosen it up and try to get an extension and just come straight down, bend this stupid bar thing out of the way, and try to undo the last bolt of the battery. And then maybe I'll be able to get in there and figure out why that thing's spinning on the inside and won't come undone. Okay. So, anyway, but okay, so we have our 10mm ratchet here, and we'll just try to take this thing off so we can hopefully loosen up some space between this crack and get an extender down to take the other bolt of the battery off. Okay. Looks like this is loosening up okay. It's still too tight for me to turn with my fingers, so we'll just take it all the way off, I guess. Okay. Okay, now that bolt's out of there. Now I can pull this thing back. It looks like I can probably get access to that final bolt on the battery. Okay, so let's get our extenders and we'll try to ratchet that guy out down there. Okay, here we go. Look at that baby. Double extender. Won't even fit full in the lens. Okay, so we got our 12mm. See if I can get it out there. Double extender. And I think that will reach long enough, right? Just a little more. One more inch, right? Okay, I think we got it on the screw. We got the thing stuck down in there. And we'll start to break it away. Come on. Okay. I may have to put down the camera to break this guy. But I think let's take a look here. Through our speaker hole here, and let's see if we can see the ratchet. Yeah, let's see the ratchet. I don't know if you can see that very well in the video, but we got the ratchet over the screw head down there. There we go, it's right there. And we'll just try to break it away. See if we can get that screw out of there and get this battery out. Okay. Okay, good news. We're able to break it away. And it looks like we're making progress on that screw. Okay, hopefully we'll be able to get that thing out soon. Okay, there we go. It's just completely out. I just gotta hopefully reach down there and grab it or something, pull it out. Looks like we are in business. Okay. There. Got the head out. Okay. Okay. So we have all the bolts out of it now. And it looks like well, it's really heavy. It might be ready to be lifted out. So that will be our next segment, lifting that thing out. Okay, we're just about ready to take the battery out. I was trying to pull it out and then I realized there's some kind of grounding cable But down here, still attached to the other guy over here, the motor controller. So the battery's attached to this guy over here, and so we got a ratchet. It's at 10 millimeter, and we'll just take this thing apart, and hopefully that is the last step. Pull that screw out, and okay, and there's some kind of clippy thing here. Might need to get some pliers or something to squeeze that. Maybe I can just squeeze it with my fingers and pop it out. Looks like it's coming. Okay. And there we go. So hopefully the battery is now free, and then we can pull it from the car. And it's kind of heavy.